Hi, welcome to a new Triggre Weekend Masterclass episode. And today we are going to talk again about the template Willy Warehouse. And Willy Warehouse is all about inventory management in a warehouse. So the inbound stuff, moving goods around. However, what isn't part of this template yet, in this case, is outgoing goods, because stuff you put into the warehouse at a certain point must also leave the warehouse. What did I do? Well, you can already create, let's say, demands. So what needs to be, what's demanded by the customers. And I added shipments to that. So you've got different customers and different goods, and you can create demand for an item, for instance rice or tomatoes. You've got several of them, and what you would like to do is you would like to create a shipment for a specific customer with all the different goods inside for a specific date, so that when you've created that, the people in the warehouse can pick the items that are necessary. And after that, you would be able to mark it as shipped. So what did I do? I created an overview to create outgoing shipments and to create a shipment for a specific date for a specific customer. Well, you see the demand overview over here, and you can see that there are several items that I've created for several customers. For instance, for Acme on the 3rd, we've got 2 items. For Triggre on the 3rd, we've got 2 items. And for Triggre on the 4th, we only have 1. So what I would like to do is I would like to create an outgoing shipment, a new outgoing shipment for a specific date. So in this case, I'm going to choose the 3rd of March, and it should result into 2 outgoing shipments. And that's where they are. So we've got a customer, Acme, with delivery date, and we've got Triggre with a specific delivery date. And technically, the warehouse can start picking those items. So how did I create this? Well, let's go to the designer so I can show you. So first, let's go to the user flow, and I'll show you how the user flow looks. And after that, I can show you the flow part itself. So we have the user flow, and we have the outgoing shipments. And as you can see here, we have the user flow with all the shipments that are still open to be processed. Then we get the "Are you sure to create a new shipment?" And then we have a flow part which is called "Create shipments for today." Technically, it's not today, it's for the day that you've chosen. But let's look inside that flow part to see how I've created that. Shipments for today. And what did I do? Well, in this case, I used the calculation date, the date that has been entered in the user flow on the page itself. And I take all the demands that are there, and then I figure out which customers are involved for all those demands on that date. Then I create a shipment for each customer, and then I create all the items, the demanded items, to that specific shipment. In the end, you have a specific shipment on a specific date for a specific customer with the demanded items. So we have all the demands. Well, that's a fairly easy filter. The date is the same as the calculation date. And then I would like to retrieve which customers are involved. And that's how I do that, is that I take all the demands and I check all the customers, and then I use the filter called list contains. So the list with all the demands and their customers should contain the customer that is in the data item. So if there are 3 demands with 2 different customers, I should only filter out 2 customers. Then for every customer, I'm going to create a shipment linked to that customer and that date, of course. There you go, customer and delivery date. And of course, I need to link all the demands to that specific shipment. So first, I'm going to retrieve the shipment that I created in the repeat action before. And I do that by checking the customer and the delivery date. And after that, I create a shipment line, so to speak, which is linked to that specific demand item that we have. So I link the demand item to the shipment item, and that's it. That's a wrap. See you next week. But wait, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. See ya!